जयन्ती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते।
मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले। मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले। मुरझा कर मायूसियों में मुरझा कर मायूसियों में फूल सारे फिर खिले। मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले।
स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद।
सोच ही ऐसा कलम जो लिखे तकदीर को। राह गुम जाने का डर है मगर इस फकीर को। हर सफर आसान गुजरे हर सफर आसान गुजरे। साथ साया तू चले। मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले।
स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद।
जिंदगी के मंच में है अजब ये चुनौतियाँ। डोर अनजाना खींचे नाचे सब कठपुतलियाँ। कर्म करने स्वार्थ से कर्म करने स्वार्थ से मुक्त।
Such a young boy, he showed so much deeper empathy and determination that you don't see in kids nowadays.
That is true. With many spiritual leaders, we see how they've shown divinity and a quest for truth very early on in life. But with Swamiji's life, what's very interesting is you see a combination of mischief and also the spiritual angle to him very early on in life.
I heard his mom calling him Belay a few times. I wonder why she named him that.
Yeah, it has a very nice story behind it. I think when I say this story, a lot of Dharma participants are going to say, hey, I know this story. So this is the story of his mom, Bhuvaneshwari Devi. She was a fervent devotee of Lord Vireshwar Shiva. She believed strongly in him, and as she wanted a child, she prayed to Lord Shiva. She even went to the extent to ask a relative who lived in Varanasi to offer prayers on their behalf. And soon after this, Lord Shiva... Okay, this way is better. Oh, sorry about that. So she asked this relative in Varanasi to offer prayers on behalf of their family. So soon after this happened, one night she had a dream where Lord Shiva came to her in the dream and told her that he would be born to her as a child. She deeply believed that it would happen. And soon after, when Pillai was born, she wanted to have the nickname Pillai, which is the shortened version of Lord Vireshwar Shiva. So talking about Pillai, right, in one of the scenes you saw how he saw the beggars and he had a deep empathy and he wanted to give them something. And he gave a gift that his grandfather gave him for Diwali, which is so hard to do. It's something special he got and he gave it away to these beggars. In today's material world, I think all of us, kids, grown-ups, all included, we want a lot of things and it's very hard for us to let go of things. Have you seen something like this, Aditya?
Well, not really, because nowadays, when we get a gift, we prefer to keep it, especially when I was a young boy. If I got a toy, I didn't want to share it. It was my toy and I got it. But seeing so much generosity in Narendranath, we see how he was a great person, even from the beginning. And it just amazes me that he was able to do that. And I believe we should move on and see all his greater generosities that he provides for the world.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's go see what's going to happen next.
Inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. This means whenever we close our eyes to pray or simply be quiet, we are learning to be closer to God and to our own selves. We can become stronger and smarter by listening to our inner voice.
Pillai soon grew up into a young boy. Everyone now called him Naren, which was short for Narendranath. He started school at the age of 6, and all his teachers were amazed at his memory and intelligence. Even though he loved school, Naren was talkative and often got into trouble at school. One day, Naren was telling a story to his friends while their teacher was talking.
Students, stop talking at once and stand up. Can any one of you tell me what I just said?
Were you talking about the weather?
No?
I know. I think you were talking about the Himalaya mountains and the Ganga River.
Definitely not.
I'm pretty sure you were talking about the rainfall in Africa, right?
No.
Teacher, you said it takes the Earth 365 days to revolve once around the Sun. At its closest point, the Earth is about 91 million miles from the Sun, and 95 million miles from the Sun at its farthest point.
Perfect, Naren. You remember everything I said, word for word. Amazing. Since Naren was the only one who was listening, rest of you are all in trouble. You must now write me a book report about how the earth revolves around the sun.
Teacher, you were right. None of us were listening. I was the main person talking and telling a story. I should be punished as well. I will also write a report as punishment.
I'm very impressed with your honesty and integrity. However, you're still in trouble along with other students.
That just reminded me of school. I just remember last Friday I got in trouble for talking with my friend in class. I guess 100 years ago till now, kids still get in trouble for talking in school.
That is so true, Aditya. I think kids do get into trouble a lot. But I don't think they do this with the notion of wanting to get into trouble. It's more because they're exploring their boundaries and trying to test new waters. But what do you think about him as in Swamiji being able to both listen and talk at the same time? I think that's quite amazing. And what would you say is the takeaway for us here?
All jokes aside, considering that he was able to tell the truth, he has a lot of honesty and integrity. It does take a lot of honesty to own up to one's mistakes, and definitely integrity. And it's just amazing that he was able and agreed to take the blame for what he had done wrong.
That is true. And again, I want to say another story about his mother. From a very young age, she used to read to him passages from the Ramayana and Mahabharata. And he imbibed all those values and cultures that he learned from that very early on in life. There's also a story about him remembering long passages. Isn't that right, Aditya?
Yes, he was able to just read passages and remember them perfectly and recite them just beautifully.
Yeah, and I think that quality of his, along with his ability to meditate and reach into deep levels of trance, is what is quite amazing.
It does show another side, as I stated before, how even at a young age he was able to show this great divinity inside of him. He was able to sit there in meditation when a snake was after him. I'm pretty sure I couldn't do that. I know I couldn't do that for a fact.
Yeah, and when you think about that scene where he was the one who was talking and he stood up and he owned up to his mistakes. At the same time, there is another story when he approached a teacher and the teacher corrected him about something and he believed strongly in himself that he was right, so he stood up for himself. And the thing to remember about Swamiji is he upheld truth, be it if he was wrong or if he was right. So this makes me want to see more about what's happening. Shall we see more?
Yes, of course. Along with his impressive memory and success in school, Narayan was a great athlete. He excelled in many sports like gymnastics, fencing, lathi fighting, wrestling, boxing, and swimming. But his family and friends were often more in awe for his great compassion toward others. One day, Narayan and his friends were trying to set up a heavy trapeze bar to practice gymnastics. A British soldier was walking by and offered to help.
Hi boys, the bar looks really heavy. Can I help you?
No, thank you. I think we got it.
Are you sure? Just show me what needs to be done and I'll do it.
Okay, thank you. We are having a hard time. We need the bar lifted high and attached to the tree there, so we can practice our gymnastics. We are all in a gymnastics club. See our muscles?
Well, you guys have some big muscles, but I think you need a little bit of help. Hand me the bar now and I will attach it.
What shall we do? He's bleeding really bad.
We're gonna be in big trouble. He is a British officer. The whole army will come to get us.
Calm down, everyone. We didn't do anything wrong. He is badly hurt. I will hold this cloth on his head. Raj, Ravi, you both go get the doctor. Chandra, Ram, you both go get some water.
Narayan stayed with the soldier until the doctor came. The doctor was very impressed with Narayan's quick thinking, but he was even more impressed with Narayan's compassion.